Anyway, a package arrived. You need to take this up, Purple, but a package arrived at the station this weekend.
It did, Jim, because sometimes the really good material in our lives comes through investigation and digging deep, and sometimes it just lobs in front of you. And it did a couple of weeks ago, as you mentioned on the Friday Rub, but 2 Fridays ago, that we received some material as a network about our good friend Brian Taylor. And
is this like international cool breeze style? Or what are we?
I don't oversell it, but it might be better.
Oh, jeez.
So these articles.
It's just a package of Brian. And what we're about to do in a very few moments is just give a little entree, a little tease for what it is. But there is material to get us through to certainly the 2016 Grand Final on a weekly basis, and maybe the 2017 Grand Final, BT.
Right, so we've got a little sting to get us underway, Hose. Let's
According to the cool breeze.
I love this.
Now that's what we used 7 years ago, Jim, when we had the World of Cool Breeze, and that was little excerpts out of Brian's book that he wrote when he cracked the shits when he left out of the Collingwood Premiership team of 1990.
I have the right to object here and overrule anything that should have been read.
Quiet, Brian.
So we may want the pack, Jim, and I'll leave it up to you as our leader. If we need to just keep using that sting, as we call it, or do we need a fresh one?
Well,
and maybe the family could tell us if we do.
At Triple M Footy, you can give us your thoughts as it unfolds, what we should give it a new title, or stay with the world according to Cool Breeze.
So we're just giving a little tease. This is by far and away not the best material we've got, but we just thought we'd ease into it given that Brad Scott's got some issues with umpires at the moment. So we found a little article that was written back in 1991. Brian's playing for Prahran in the VFA, and he's found himself in front of the tribunal, which he did on a fortnightly basis.
Captain coach, I'm led to believe.
He was.
He was.
Successfully as well.
And this is an article from the Herald Sun.
He's I'm led to believe as well.
Shut up, mate. 2 prelim finals in 3 years.
And then out of the comp. He sucked all the money out of it.
And he's no shrinking violet, but this is the first paragraph of this article. Prahran will today lodge a letter of complaint with the VFA over the close attention player coach Brian Taylor receives on the field.
Oh.
And, Jim, this comes on the back of Brian Taylor being at the tribunal for saying some very, very nasty things to multiple umpires.
Come on, Bristol.
Last night, Taylor escaped with a reprimand from the VFA tribunal after he was found guilty of abusing 2 umpires in a game on the previous weekend.
2 umpires.
He's clearly worded up the tribunal chairman because the next paragraph says the chairman, Brian Collis, in handing down his finding, conceded Taylor was subject to, quote, extreme provocation.
Come on, Brian. What did you pay him, Brian? God.
I was a plumber at the time.
Now, Taylor, who had kicked 16 goals against Oakley, was annoyed at the treatment.
How many?
16.
Oh, yeah.
Was annoyed at the treatment
It's a fair bag. Fair bag.
This is a quote in the article given to the journalist by Brian Taylor. It's just a very worrying aspect for me and the club that so much attention is focused on me.
Why does that just surprise anyone?
He goes on. I should be treated the same way as every other player.
Oh, that's not true, Brian.
Now, Jim, back to the facts of the article.
Come on.
Field umpire Paul Callaghan and emergency umpire Stephen McBurney, big name, reported Taylor for allegedly calling Callaghan an arrogant little, and I can't use the last word.
No.
Now, Taylor
And
denied,
he got off this.
Got off this. Taylor denied using the word, and then there's another quote here. Of course you're going to be angry when you've just had your 2 front teeth loosened.
Cry,
Taylor told
baby.
the tribunal. The umpire didn't give
Looking
me
for
that
sympathy.
The umpire didn't give me the opportunity on the day, and if he had, I would have told him that I wasn't using that word against him.
Oh, come on. Now,
Your 2 front teeth loosened, Bristol.
Brian, any...
So that is just an article, Jim. There are. I'm not exaggerating this. Possibly 1,500 articles of the type. So we're going to bring our cool breeze style of reporting on Brian to the Triple M family between now and Grand Final.
Yeah.
Now, I've just had a look at this, and we'll get on that Triple M footy. And it's from the Herald Sun.
Who's it written
1991.
By Damien Barrett. The Warriors, one of his first articles. So you were actually at that tribunal hearing? How was he? What was his body language?
I've told Brian this before. He scared me.
Have a look at him looking down. He's looking down. I'm going to belt someone here. Have a look.
that Barrett
So
guy gets in front of me. So not only was I playing in the VFA, you were reporting in the VFA. So at some stage, you were a second rater as well.
Right, but God, I was 18. You were 35.
So, Warrior, were you just going with some of your own material?
Well, Jim, what we thought we'd do is just bring this article because of the Brad Scott situation from last night. You know, player, big name profile person against umpires. But that is just about 10% of what we hopefully going to bring to the family.
At Triple M Footy, of course, you can give us a new title if you think one's needed for the old International Cool Breeze. I think Ash Harvey's already tweeted in that Bristol looks like an extra out of Happy Days.
Look at his eyes. Little doe eyes.
So let's hear from you, the Wolfpack. Get around it. What title should we give the new segment? Bristol with a bomb on Spud on the Peninsula coming up next.
Set of wine.